So I don't know who needs to hear this, but we are in the era of AI automation, which means that we don't need to be sitting around for hours doing endless amounts of admin tasks anymore. It's not necessary. So if you are watching this and you are someone who spends a lot of time doing admin, I need you to really stop and think for a moment, because is that really worth your time? And that is something that I think is incredibly important for you to think about, because the whole idea of building a business, right, especially a business that is going to scale to amazing heights, is that you are not going to be in the position where you can do everything, right? And you need to be in the position where you are ultimately working every single day with the idea of being someone who no longer even needs to be in the company, especially if you have intentions of having it as an actual business that you can sell at some stage or you can exit. You need to start thinking with the approach of delegation, being able to automate and being able to outsource in the actual things that aren't directly aligned with generating revenue. So obviously, anything that aligns with something that is high leverage is for you to be really working on. But anything that does not involve that at all, you either automate it, you either delegate to someone else, or you outsource to someone else. And once you start to get that sort of process in your mind, you will always check yourself every single time. Because the other day, I built a tool on Claude that allows me to scan through LinkedIn Sales Navigator based on all of the requirements and the descriptions that I have implemented for my ICP. When I use that tool, I am able to then save their details into one document and get it shortlisted as a potential lead and someone that I can reach out to at some stage. But then one thing that I really checked myself and I was like, why am I doing this? Is that I had a separate list and I was going through that list manually, and I was clicking the links and I was adding them into a separate spreadsheet manually. And I said to myself, why am I doing this? So, following that realization, because I have Claude as a, what do you call it, an extension on my Google Chrome, I was then able to develop a prompt to get Claude to just do the task for me. And during that process, I then use that time to focus on high leverage activity rather than spending what would have took me maybe an hour to sit down and to move everything one by one. I got Claude to do the whole process for me in like 20 minutes or less. And then that's when it really dawned upon me that we are sometimes caught up in doing things ourselves. And especially when we are so used to doing it ourselves, right? We are so used to just getting our hands dirty and say, you know what, I'll do it because you can. But just because you can doesn't mean that you should. And with this video, I just wanted to reinforce that as something where if you are doing something as an admin task that you know that you can either outsource to someone or you can delegate to someone, then please figure out the best way that you can automate it. Because automating it is not going to take a lot of time and it's not going to take a lot of money neither. So it's in your best interest to do that so you can focus on the tasks that actually make money rather than you just focusing on that aspect of organization, which is incredibly important. Don't get me wrong. But is it good use of your time? That's another question. That's a completely another question. And if you have the answer, let me know in the comments. Let me know. But for me, the answer is no. It is not worth my time, and I'm better off automating what I can in order so I can focus on more high leverage activity on a day-to-day basis. So that's it for me in this video. Just a real quick one just to reinforce that, and a reminder for you to really just get more immersed in all things AI and really implement it on that side of things as well. If there are any particular videos or questions that you have in relation to how I incorporate a lot of the AI stuff into the work that I am doing, then let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to drop a video and to share more insights into how I do that. But please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out. Look after yourself.